Is that still going?
Oh, no, I didn't even hear
it. Go? It didn't even go at all. Nice.
I didn't even hear it.
Didn't even
hear nothing.
Now it's not working.
Nope.
Love it. Oh, technology.
Whatever.
Technology.
Story about.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to another edition of Q&A with Aaron and Todd.
Q&A.
With A&T. All right.
With
Nan checking in. And let's see here. We've got a Facebook user checking in. If you were getting the Facebook user, I need you to go over to StreamYard.com/Facebook and just give them permission to show your name. And so let's see. I can hear both. Okay. All right. So somebody's having a hard time hearing us. But I think we're okay. Pamela is present and accounted for and can hear us. Kelly, hello. Jimmy, hello. Good to see you. Waving. Todd, you have all of your snacks in front of you. You ready to go?
No, she took away the Scotcheroos.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I thought you looked a little more down than just a moment ago. So
I know. I had a plate of Scotcheroos right here.
Yeah. All right. So Kristen says, now I can hear you. I'm guessing it was my attempt at some background music that didn't go so well. So, oh, well.
Corona.
Kristen couldn't hear us from Facebook. That's so weird. Huh. Sorry about that. And are you on YouTube? Yes, we are. Our success group. Yeah. We don't have enough subscribers over there at our success group yet to have like our own special fun name. So it's like some random letters. Let me see.
We should probably share that, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually going to share it right now. Boom. Wow. There we go. And Jesse says, hi, Todd and Aaron. Jesse, thank you for joining us. We're excited to have you along here. All right. So there's the YouTube link. And that's funny. I just posted a YouTube link too. All right, cool. I'm glad that everybody's here. And Pilar, thank you for joining us. Your wonder twin, Todd.
I'm here.
All right. Well, let's dive right in because we want to. And all right, we got the kids and everything. This is awesome. We're gonna have a blast.
Oh man, that's day one of quarantine. I haven't killed the kids, so I think we're doing good.
That's good. Congratulations, making it through day one of quarantine without killing the kids. So, all right. Well, let's dive in. Let's get to question number one because we're still trying to keep this between 15 to 30 minutes, and we do have a little bit of an announcement to make today that we're pretty excited about. So, let's get this started though with the first question. Todd, what program do you use to edit videos for YouTube and TikTok? I have Windows 7, and yes, I've been told I need to upgrade, but I love Windows 7. So
I don't even use a computer. I use my phone. I use my phone to do everything. So for TikTok, it's pretty simple. You just upload from your phone, put it out there, you're good to go. There is was it Ripple? Ripple I've used to make some. I'm looking through my apps right now to see what I have here. Quick. I've used Quick to make some videos. Spark Video, I've used that too. But a lot of times it just depends on what it is.
Spark's that Adobe product, right? Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
it's free, right?
Adobe product. Yep. Adobe Spark right there. That's what it looks like. Spark Video. So yeah, that's what Adobe Spark, Quick. Those are two free ones that you can do. They do have some editing power with them where you can, add subtitle or add titles, add different effects to them. So both of those are decent free ones to use. Like I said, I don't use my laptop for much of that. I mean, I probably should get more into it, but hey, that's what I guess quarantine's for, is to learn more about that and what we can do with it. So that's what I got. What about you, Aaron?
Well, I've got a couple of programs, and real quick, Todd, Pamela asked, are you drinking from a kid's cup? So,
I mean, just because it's small doesn't mean it's a kid's cup. It's a diet cup.
Diet cup. All right. And Kristen shared it on Facebook. Thank you so much, Kristen. High five. And Martha says, I've been looking for you everywhere on YouTube. There we go. We found it. So, all right. Back to the question. What program do you use to edit videos for YouTube and TikTok? So I, as far as TikTok goes, just use TikTok. I haven't ever actually edited a video for that. But I have used several different tools to do some things, kind of cut down some videos and stuff like that. So the one that I like, and I'm going to go ahead and post this into the banner here, is it's a program. It's actually online, so it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters if you've got Windows 7 or Windows, whatever, Nintendo 64 or whatever, as long as you get online, I think. It is called Clipchamp, CLIPCHAMP. And I'm trying to see if I've got too many banners, so I need to create a new one. Create banner. There we go. That's what I want. And so we'll post that up there. And there we go. So that's the first one, Clipchamp, CLIPCHAMP. It's online. It's pretty cool. You can do 480 DPI videos for free. And so I've been using that. The other tool that I really enjoy is called ScreencastOMatic. And it basically is, you can record screen captures and stuff like that, but you can also capture the webcam. You can also do all sorts of fun stuff with it. Then you can go back and edit it. So all those little clips that I've been putting together of like, here's how to forward your thing from Outlook. I just recorded a screen share or screen capture from that. So that is called ScreencastOMatic, and I will get that into here as well and get that up for you guys to check out. So those are the two that I recommend there. Any others that you've heard of, Todd?
Way to put me on the spot. Yes, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'll post whatever I come across. I'll post a thing in the group for that question too. So if anybody else is using stuff, they can go ahead and see it there. So we'll post that in both groups. Get it there. Get it linked. You can see her walking by, and then we'll go from there and get
nice.
it. But yeah, we can do that.
All right. Hey, by the way, Todd, Batman is in the house, and hey, Corey, and he is doing
where she took away my
good work again.
True.
Oh yeah, you're trying to get your stuff back. There you go. Yes, from the Vegematic folks. Yeah, ScreencastOMatic from the Vegematic folks from that same line. So, and then I appreciate Eric stepping in and being the producer extraordinaire that he has always been. So there you go. And
thank you, Eric.
Facebook user, I use Adobe Premiere. Yeah, I've heard good things about that. I've not used it myself, so definitely a good one there. All right, so let's get to the next one here, Todd. Oh boy, I already see this one coming. I'm gonna go down in a blaze of glory, I'm sure. So let me just get it up there, and then in fact I'll even let you read this one, Todd, because I know you're gonna have some fun with this. Go ahead.
Just getting started. Epson or Sawgrass? Okay. There is nothing wrong with either. If you are just getting started with a limited budget, you can do Epson. If you have a larger budget, you can go to a wide format Epson, 24 inches or wider, or go to a Sawgrass. Epson is going to get you in the game cheaper, but you're going to have a little more technical skill on the backside. Do not get anything besides the refillable cartridges because they will give you problems. With the Sawgrass, you can just plug it in and print. There, I did that without a horrible talk. Yeah, see?
Yeah, I love it. Man, I'm impressed. I really thought that we were gonna have to go to battle here, but no, that's good.
Cost per print cheaper. You're getting the same thing. Ink's ink. With that, the cost. That's where all the printer companies make their money is on the ink. They don't make it on the printers. Yes. They make it on the ink, So with Epson, you can use a third-party ink, put that in there. It's way cheaper. But you are going to have to, play with it more. You're going to have to, know what you're doing with colors. You're going to have to test things a lot more because there's different variations, in colors and papers. For starters, don't use copy paper. That's the other thing, Don't cheap out on one of the cheapest things. Paper isn't expensive. Don't go even cheaper and get copy paper just because it might work. Well, it might not work too. So get the good stuff. You're fine there. Ink-wise, I know plenty of people that are running Epsons and the desktop versions of it, and they're killing it out there. You're going to get 1 to 3 years out of that printer. It is what it is. It's going to be a disposable printer. But the cost that you can get into that disposable printer for with third-party inks is considerably less than what you get into a Sawgrass for.
Correct. And I get the whole cost conversation, and so my stance is this is a tool that my business is centered around. It is an investment. Honestly, even the Sawgrass printers, I mean, if you are serious about being in sublimation, the wide format printers, especially now with the new 24-inch that's actually specifically tuned for sublimation inks, it's an investment in your business, so I don't know. I guess for me, I'd always just want to, do everything I can to try to make that investment into the equipment that's going to make me successful in the long run. Like you said, the paper, using the right paper. Yes, you can save some pennies, and yes, you can make it work. But yes, you can also ruin a lot of blanks. Yes, you can also deliver crappy products to your customers. All of these other things. And so to me, wherever you can, invest in the tools to do things as best as you can. Again, I'm in that same boat. I try all sorts of free stuff out, and I use different tools and different things like that, and I've failed miserably from time to time. So I get all that, and I get the need to spend within your budget, but I also think that if you're looking at things, just remember that this is an investment in your business. What are the things that you're not thinking of? Like, how many products am I going to ruin to try to get my colors right, compared to being able to just plug and play and know that it's going to run every day.
Well, and the other thing too is, you really don't even need a printer. You can find somebody to do the prints for you. So that way, here's what they're using. Ask them what kind of equipment they're having. Ask them what they're printing off. And if you want to have, them to use a Sawgrass, find somebody that's printing the Sawgrass. You want wide format, which you're probably going to get them a lot cheaper when you go wide format for your average cost per transfer. Just order from them. That way, you're not investing the money in the printer. You're not investing the money in the ink, the upkeep, everything with that. You're just working transfers. They're showing up. So you're going to have to take shipping into account for it. But other than that, you don't have that big investment up there. Use that investment to get a good heat press, because it doesn't, like who said in here, Gary said, if you're buying a cheap heat press to afford Sawgrass, that's a bad idea.
Really
Absolutely,
bad idea. 100% agree.
That's where it's at. If you have to pick one or the other, go the heat press every time, because everything else, transfers, sublimation transfers, HTV, everything else that you can run underneath there, you can buy from someone else. So that heat press is where it's at. And if you get a quality one, it's going to last you, for quite a long time. My first one that I got was an old Hicks 15 by 15, and that thing I think is about 35, 40 years old now. It has an analog. It wasn't digital, so it had analog dial where you kind of guesstimated time. You thought it was there. It had a 30-second timer, but if you turn it past it, you heat to 37. So sublimation was awesome to do on it, because then I had an extra 20 seconds depending on the slate, up to a couple minutes, just a continuous beep. Corey loved when we finally got rid of that press, but I won't ever get rid of it. It's down here stored away, because if I ever need to pull something out or need to do something, it's there for it.
Perfect. I love it. I've talked to folks that have had Hicks or other, like I said, real quality presses. I was talking to somebody, I cannot remember her name right now, and I apologize. I don't think it's somebody within this group, but she said that she uses her press pretty much all day, every day. She's been a heat printing business for over 30 years and is still using the exact same Hicks press that she originally bought for 30 years, and just cranking stuff out and loving it. So,
well, and Jerry's times when you buy those, like Jerry has hers for 20 plus years. When you're buying from, a name company, if something's wrong with that, because there's going to be parts that are going to go out on it. You're going to have a switch go. You're going to have, I think on my Hicks, that's what I had, was a switch. And actually, they didn't produce it anymore, but they said, hey, this is when Radio Shack was still around. You can order this from Radio Shack. Here's the one you need, and you can just put it in. Perfect. Call them. Here's what we needed. They went ahead and took care of you. So you're going to have that, that product behind there to help you with it. So I'm totally on board for that's where your money should be spent on. If you're only going to, if you're going to start this and you have a limited budget, save for that press.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. I think we covered that. Good. Well played. And I thought we did a lot better than I expected. So I thought I was going to be getting
better. I'm getting better. I'm opening my mind. And so are you. So we're coming together.
We're finding that middle ground. I love it. Partnership. That's awesome. All right. What are you doing for your business during this time? Todd, obviously you're at home. So what's happening?
Yeah, I'm at home. So the mall is not closed. technically, so we can go there, which we're going to go there a couple times. I'm going to try and do orders. Then tomorrow, Tuesdays and Fridays is when I'm going to head into the shop and bang orders out. But in the meantime, I've got some Corel training this week that we took. I started taking some glue classes last night with Kelly. I learned a lot on the first one, taking another one tonight. One of the things that, I wish we had a hard date besides April 15th that this is going to get, taken care of, because I want to learn architectural handwriting. My handwriting sucks. So what better time to work on that? Because I realize the more I write stuff, the worse it is. And that stems back to, in elementary school when we were learning handwriting. I'm left-handed, so that's one issue. Because they upside down and backwards, so yeah, that. But I also broke my arm, so I was in a cast trying to do that. So I've always loved the way the architectural handwriting looks. So if anybody knows of any classes that are on there, hey, send them my way. I did a little research on a couple different things today, and I think I'm gonna, print some things out, and that's what I'm trying to do, is improve my handwriting. With the kids for the business, tomorrow.
Well, so you've only got till April 15th, so you got to get on that.
And it's just practice for 20 minutes a day, right? What did you say it was after 30 days and the habits form? So I got 30 days. I got to do this every day, and I'll get better at it. So
there you go.
I'm gonna do that. The other thing for the business is we got up the puff transfer yesterday. We got the photo backdrops yesterday. Tomorrow is going to be the canvases. So I'm going to have wholesale canvas prices out there. I'm going to put all that together as its own package. So what I'm going to start doing is go through our one-off projects that we've done over the last 3 years and actually price those correctly so I can have them at a one-time thing. Usually someone like, hey, are you able to print this? Yeah, let me see it. We do it because, when you have wide format printing, there's tons of things that you can do. So, over this time, we've done tons of different projects, but I've never listed them on the site. So that's what I'm going to do, is start listing those things individually and put it on there and not catch the Rona from the kids, apparently. Sounds like right there.
All right, good. Well, I love your story about being left-handed in the writing situation. We're actually in the same boat. I'm left-handed. I broke my left pinky when I was at that stage. And so, I hold it all funny too. But see, you did the upside down and backwards thing. I was always just, the side of my hand was always just covered in ink. It just was the way that it was. So.
That's how it was for me, and that's when I get smacked with that ruler, and they're like, "Go this way with it." So was there, and now I've gotten better to try and this architecture is going to be at.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, you got till April 15th to get that done. It's things that I'm doing is just I don't know if probably before, but just doubling down on what we're doing with our success group, really pushing to get the new website up. We've got an announcement we're going to make here in just a little bit. So just trying to do more, and then, kind of looking at what it is that, regardless of what happens when this changes, I think this whole situation is going to change our world in general. And so we have to understand some of those things. We have to be looking ahead. So one of the other things that I've been really kind of trying to focus on is just making sure that I have my core stuff really tight, really feeling really good, that I know what my purpose is. I've got my goals in place. I'm getting the business plan worked on and all of these things. So, really kind of using this as a time to, get, I was not getting emotional about it, but use this as a time to kind of go back to the basics and get the foundations and just make sure. But like Todd said, though, take advantage of those opportunities. You shouldn't feel bad for making money. Now, to exploit a situation's different than just making money and continuing your business and pushing where there's opportunities. So, I would suggest to you guys just focus on online, work on, continuing to post. Todd's always a big proponent of that, and obviously it works really well. All of those things. Will Hankey from Red Canoe Media, gentleman that's helping us with our site, is going to be doing a program tomorrow that I posted in the Business Basics group that I think is going to be really worthwhile and probably have some good tips of things that you can be doing for your business during this time too. So There we go. Let's see here, Todd. Let's get to the next one here. Edit, copy, paste, boom, save. Okay. Finally, what is the best HTV to use?
I think there's not a correct answer to use on this because there's different manufacturers, that they all are going to give you the same results on it. Now, personally, I like Caesar because I can get it from a multitude of places. I can order it from Rhinestone World. I can order it from Specialty Materials or Specialty Graphics. I can order it from, because I get my Thermoflex, I get that from Wensco. I use that because they're local to me. I can get that across the way. Now, I don't like Thermoflex's white because it sucks to weed for me. I hate it. But in a pinch, I'll use it because it's there when we order it in. So I don't really think that there's a wrong answer to that, because if there was one, then, that would be the one to use. But there's multitudes of ones out there. People use all different ones. It's going to be what works best for you. I always, when people ask me about what's wrong, how fast can you get something? If you're waiting, 3, 4, 5, 7 days to get something, that's 3, 4, 7 days before you get stuff. So, something that I'm able just to pick up and I can have next day, same day, those are my go-to. And I'll spend a little more for that because, that's 5 days sooner that I'm getting something. And other times when there's specialty things that I want, I know I'm going to wait for it and I know I'm going to spend money on it, and you just price that into, or you just have that built into your pricing and go from there with it.
Yeah. Good. All right. Well, I'll let you pretty much handle that one because I go to you. I've obviously been involved with vinyl in the past when I was at Coastal Business. So, I was always a big fan of Caesar. I mean, I just, from a people standpoint and from their support standpoint, and the product was always the easiest to use as far as I was concerned. So, but I agree with Todd that there are plenty out there, and what works best for you. Todd mentioned that he's not a big fan of that. You said the Thermoflex white, was that what it was?
Thermoflex white. When you compare that side by side by the Easy Way, I think it's harder to read where everything is on the Thermoflex, especially if you're not using a light table or something there. Where I see Marianne says that she loves her white, and now Marianne's dead to me. So just leave that.
Wow. All right. Chuck, good evening. I'm just going to transition right out of that.
People and the way it is, and that's the great thing about it is you don't have to like what I like, and that's my reason why I don't like it is is easier is easier for me to weed than that. I take that back. It's easier for Corey to weed, than the other one. So we'll use it in a pinch, but it works when it comes to the end product of pressing and that it works good. Because it always depends on what your end thing there. If you're pressing on, poly, or 100% poly, if you're pressing on cotton, if you're pressing on a blend, if you're pressing, on anything, always read through to see, because there's not the one fixes all. Some of the stuff is going to need stretch, some of it isn't, some of the you can't put on because it's going to fall off. Know what your material is, because that's just like the paper with the ink. Your material is everything on the HTV. Know what you're pressing on, and use the right product for the right substrate. Good. She only used it once. I can live with that.
Marianne only used it once, so I swear. Yeah. I agree, Jerry. I was trying to transition right out of that. It's getting ugly and ugly. So
that's what it's all about. We're supposed to have fun in this, because we're not going to say that in like a real thing, But hey, in this, you're dead to me. Whatever. Let's go.
All right. We've got lots of great questions here, so we're not going to be able to get to them all here today. You want to do one more, Todd, and then make our announcement?
Sure.
And there's a couple of good ones. We'll do a fun one, and then we'll save some of these others for. Well, we got tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow, right?
We'll be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So
yeah, we're gonna do this, and then do we want to do this or Tuesday with Todd, or we want to wrap it all into one?
No, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Look, Aaron gets on the screen. He's just like, screw that guy. I don't need him anymore.
I'm gonna just take him off the screen. Hey, everybody! All right.
I love having. We can do an early afternoon.
All right.
At least we know what time it is.
So it's Thursday. We'll get to these on Thursday. Yeah. So
what are we doing on Wednesday? We're not going to do it on Wednesday? I thought that was the whole part of the announcement.
No, we're doing we'll announce that in a second. That's a whole program. We're not doing Q&A with TNA or whatever on Wednesday, right? I don't. Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
We're going to be around the road. Get us all.
All right, you tell me what to do, dude, and I'll just make it happen in the background. How about that? I love it. All right, good. Todd, what kind of TV shows do you like to watch?
Ooh, I'm a weird guy, so I watch weird stuff. Maybe it's not so weird, but if you give me The Prophet, I'm down for whenever I can find that on. Gold Rush, I'm good for Gold Rush. Ink Masters, great on that. Blacklist, good to go. Walking Dead, anybody watch that last night? We can totally talk about that. So those are the things that kind of roll through the DVR inconsistent, and then I'll just go ahead and there's 7 episodes on this. Let's just take a night and watch 4 or 5 of those, and go from there. Oh yeah, because I usually don't have time, and there's things going on, and that's how it works. So by the time we get the kids, get home from work, do dinner, get the kids in bed, do all that, and actually settle in, it's 9, 10 o'clock. So then, while pulling up the laptop and working something, we'll have something on. So from, 12 to 1, or from 11 to 1, 10 to 1, whatever, you can fit 3 or 4 shows on there. Oh, and Live PD. Oh, Friday and Saturday night is not the same without Live PD. But I don't watch it live, so I don't know if I'm really watching Cops, because that's what Cops was. But I can fast forward through all the dumb stuff, and I can get to the chases and the idiots and the fun stuff like that. So
yeah,
those are kind of mine. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, all right. Well, I don't watch a lot of TV. We cut cable a long time ago, and I don't even have like a Hulu or Netflix or anything like that. We just use Amazon Fire TV and what we get off of Prime. So, we do have a thing called Philo, which is $16 a month. And because we get the Discovery channels and all that stuff. So what's on my DVR is, and you think you're weird, Todd, Barnwood Builders. I really enjoy Barnwood Builders.
I've caught a couple of those.
Yeah, that's a good one. As a family, we watch all of the Josh Gates stuff that we can watch. The Expedition Unknowns and all that kind of fun stuff. So,
I totally. Gates was the dude from National Treasure. He was, Nicolas Cage. Everything goes.
Oh, Nicolas Cage. Yeah. National. Yeah, Gates. That's true. No, Josh Gates. Yeah. Different guy. But anyhow, so yeah, I don't watch a ton of TV. The crazy part is not crazy. It's the one channel that I do pay for on a monthly basis from my Amazon TV is called Gaia, Gaia, and it's got lots of like documentaries on health and wellness and different stuff like that. Obviously, I don't watch enough of them, but I need to. So yeah, that's about it. I'm not a TV guy. I've never really have been. I didn't watch TV much as a kid, and I'm outside of going to the movies with my kids. I've not really been a movie guy either. So. In fact, you guys were having that conversation the other day on the Business Basic groups about Footloose, I think it was. Todd, do you remember that?
Don't tell me what.
I've seen Footloose. My mom used to watch Footloose over and over again while she would sit in the living room and she, I don't know. She ironed and watched Footloose. That was her thing for whatever reason. And so I've seen it probably 100 times, but in different segments of it. So yeah, I'd seen Footloose, but there were movies in there. I'm like, yeah, never watched, not interested. I've seen most of Star Wars, but never really got into it. All that kind of fun stuff. So anyhow, Pilar said, Footloose is so weird. Never watched it all. And here we go.
Pilar's weirld.
It's just available during football season. So there you go, Todd.
Well, since there's not going to be a football, we'll see about that. NFL ticket. That's what that is. In football, I'll watch that. You know, that's a totally different thing. Sports, I've gotten to the point now where the sports that I've watched in the last 3 nights, I've watched curling, I've watched the cornhole championships, and I've watched Aussie rules football with no fans in the stadium.
Interesting.
It was there's slim pickings on stuff on TV, and playing cornhole and out here with the friends and while we're drinking some beers, totally different than watching it and realizing, God, this sucks that there's nothing on for sports. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, hey, there's plenty of training to watch. There's plenty of information to get. There's plenty of growing and learning to do. So
for sure.
Yep. Find that bright side. All right, Todd, let's see here. Just make sure I got all the comments. Can't hardly hear you. Pilar said you disown me for that. And yep.
Well, I'm going to send her every copy that I can find.
Martha says, seriously, once you get past the song Footloose, what else is there?
There's a whole movie. There's a whole movie.
Kevin Bacon. Oh, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon. Hey.
All right, we're over our 30-minute timeline, so let's get to the announcement. Todd, you want to go ahead and make the announcement, and I'll try to get stuff up for people to check.
So, thank you for everybody joining us, day after day, being here part of this. We do have a new 5 keys coming up. In anticipation for that, we'd like you to join our mailing list. By joining our mailing list, we are going to draw from one of those, and we're going to give somebody a copy of the first 5 keys. Raise my hand. So the first 5 keys. And if anybody's taken it, you can go ahead and give your review out there, tell us what you think. But the feedback we got was some amazing feedback on it. And so as a thank you, hey, join our mailing list, get our info as it comes out, and we're going to draw somebody from that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that Wednesday. Is that when you want to do that?
Wednesday. Yeah, and if you're already on the mailing list, you're already entered. But if you want to just make sure, just head over to our successgroup.com/more-info and get signed up on there. And then, like I said, people that didn't get that first round of 5 keys, we're going to give away one free, just random drawing. I don't know if we'll put all the names in a hat or we'll use something, but somehow, some way, we'll do a random drawing. We'll just throw all the names in the hat and have one of our kids pull it out or something like that. How's that? So.
I think the easy technological way we can do it is, when we put everything into a spreadsheet, it gives us numbers 1 through 24, and we can just do the random number generator on Google. The goggle will help us through this, and we just hit that, share screen, done. But we can have the kids do it, but then they'd probably find out which one did it, and then they would probably tear it up and set the house on fire, and then we got issues.
So there's that. Okay, all right. Yeah. So we won't do that. So yeah, that's how we'll do it. So just go over to our successgroup.com/more-info and make sure to that you are signed up. If you've already signed up and you do it again, we're not going to send you multiple emails. So it's just it's there. And then, Todd, as you mentioned, new 5 keys coming up. Now, if you're a member, you get all this stuff. So that's if your member's already, you can call it a night, really, for now, right? I mean, we'll give you some more information here, but if you're members, all good. Yeah, relax. Go. Hey, I got this. I'm already getting all this. So, the next 5 keys series. In fact, if you go over to the website there at let me get to the other banner here. If you just go oursuccessgroup.com/5keys, you should see buttons on any of those pages. Yep. There you go. And you can see upcoming. And we're going to be doing the business planning. We're going to be talking about business planning. So we're going to go deep into those. Some of you remember we went through some videos that I'd done a while ago, just kind of high overviews of what was happening there, and we did that in the Business Basics group. Todd, we did a kind of a watch party thing, and we're gonna supercharge that. So we're gonna work on finding your why. We're gonna work on the people aspect and getting everybody on the same page. We're going to work on getting our goals and our objectives and our milestones in place. We're going to work on making sure that we have a good understanding of the market and a marketing plan and all of the tools that go along with just making sure that, we know who we're talking to and what they want and what they need, and then how are we going to get in front of them, and then wrapping it up with just kind of getting our scorecard together, a way to make sure that things are progressing as they should, and to know when we need to make adjustments, or to know when, hey, you know what, just leave it be. It'll come around. It's just a anomaly. So we're going to get all that set up. We use budgets and some other things like that to make that happen. So that's going to be the 5 keys. That'll be starting April 29th, I believe, is the first date, and then it'll be
according to
every Wednesday for 5 weeks.
Yeah, according to Aaron's Mayan calendar of when Corona will die, that'll be right after that. So that's when the world's going to turn back around, and you're going to change up things. You're going to see a lot of businesses change the way they do things. I've noticed a big thing where the world, the technological world has been YouTube for the last 10, 15 years, where nobody has a problem doing anything on here. But I'm seeing more newscasters do it. I'm seeing more of the talk shows, more things like this, where they realize they can get in front of a wider audience with this. They feel more connected to it, is what I'm hearing and reading. And so I think after this all passes, you're going to see more people going to online to do things, want things, see things. And then as the events happen, I think they're going to be bigger, because people are going to be used to being in the house and finding something to do. So when there is an event, they're going to want to go to that even more. So anything that you do for those, it's just going to sell more, do more things there. So you're going to be for us, I think it's something to get your business in order. Things are going to take off. They're going to turn around, and here's your chance to really focus on your business, get it where it needs to be, because 2020 good things are going to happen. Once this is all done, you're going to see everybody's come together now. Look how many teachers, educators, anybody that has classes, anybody that can help anybody is putting content out there, because they want to stay relevant. They want to do their part to make sure people know they're not alone. And it's the same thing we're doing with this, to let hey, we're all in this together. Let's have some fun with it and see what we can do and answer there. And hopefully, when time comes and you're able to need something, you think of us. And that's the same thing you should be doing to your customers. Just posting pictures, posting things, doing what you can do, and everything will come back around.
Nice. Okay. Maria asks, are you having a live at the same time as TRW? I don't know. I don't. Todd, you have
I think Matt is having a training class tomorrow night, so technically Matt is in my time. I will have words with him about this, and I will challenge him to something he can't beat me at. So probably something along the lines of drinking or wing eating, and we'll do that at a trade show, and we'll call a victor from that. But I think they are running a training show tomorrow. But as I said, maybe Tuesday with Todd becomes after, tea time with Todd, and we do that tomorrow afternoon. We throw this in here and just have some fun with it. So we'll see what we can do. We'll go from there, because if now that there's no real schedule, no real time, there's no sun, so I don't have a sundial to know what time it is. I think that's going to be the weirdest thing, is not having any real schedules over the next 15 days. It's all going to kind of blend. Maybe we'll just do it in the afternoon tomorrow, early afternoon, and see what we can do.
All right. Well, you have the throwdown. Pilar says she thinks it's Sean, not Matt. So got to make sure you know who you've got to beat at what contest you're going to set up there. So just keeping that clear. Travis says, are we slotted to do some training on bidding for contracts with schools, businesses? It's definitely on the list, Travis. We hasn't bubbled up to the top yet, though. So, but that doesn't mean that is not.
Yeah, and that's, I think. Yeah, and I think that falls on me, is that I just don't push that. I hate bidding on schools because they want the lowest price possible, and they want to take the longest to pay for it. So it's two things I hate doing: is giving my cheapest price and waiting to get paid for my cheapest price. So I'm one. I rather work with the groups that are like, hey, this is what we're at, this is our numbers, and we're done from there. So I don't chase the schools a whole lot, just because of what they want. There's companies out there that's what they specialize in, and they do a really great job at it. They're efficient at it. They're able, but their profit margins are thin. So when something like this happens, it's tough for them to survive through it. So it's probably something I should look at more doing, because we do enough in the community here, but I don't focus on it because I like to get paid up front for everything. And most schools don't like paying up front for anything. So that's what we got.
Okay. All right. Well, it's certainly something that we can look into. Maybe it's maybe I can reach out to some people that are doing that too, and we can kind of maybe do something together with them and make something like that happen. So definitely. And Travis, this is the kind of stuff that we love and we need, and please keep that kind of feedback coming in all the time. Any feedback is we're open to, but if you've got suggestions, you got things that are working on, we'll figure out a way. So one of my core values is being solutions oriented, problem solver. So in fact, as I mentioned, one of the things I'm working on is just kind of really getting everything kind of tight when it comes to what's my purpose, what are my values, and stuff like that. And one of the things that came out, I was just writing it out today, and that I enjoy leading. Leading. I'm still trying to come up with all the right words here, but leading meetings or opportunities where problems are identified and solved. So there we go. We'll figure that out. Nan says, sucks I still work during the day.
No, it doesn't. You still get paid. That's one of the things is I've noticed on my side is, when people are like, oh, time off, you can do this. I'm like, yeah, but you're still getting paid. You're still drawing a check. You're still doing that. So look at that glass as being, half full, not half empty.
Yeah.
It's that you're getting, I have all this free time in March when there's snow on the ground. It's not in July when it's 90 degrees and I can sit at the pool and have fun all day. It's snowing outside. It's not even a fun time. It's like when you break your arm or you're off work for any extended reason. That if it happens in the winter, it's horrible because there's nothing you can do. But hey, take it now. And any of those people that are still working, hey, good for you. I'm glad that you're able to still do that and have that income come in, because the backside, if it doesn't, then that's when you really start looking at things different. Because even here, we know what our budget is, we know where we have things at, and depending on how that reopen the store, because making sure the house is taken care of is way more important than making sure that the business is taken care of, because I can move that all back home. I started out of the house and I can redo it again, but it's just one of the things that we'll cross the road when we come to it. And until then, we'll keep having fun and probably have fun all the way through it.
Totally. All right, good deal. So just wrap it up. We've gone now 12 minutes over our allotted time, Todd. So here we go. Just make sure you guys get over to oursuccessgroup.com/more info and make sure you're on that email list there. Even if you've already done it, certainly just go ahead and make sure. And if you want to check out the 5 keys, but on Wednesday we're going to announce. We're going to kind of go into more detail on that, I think. So we'll talk about business planning a little bit more on Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to that. Plus, want to talk about what we did with the original 5 keys too. I still think that's really valid. And if you didn't get a chance to check that out and be a part of that, you can get the recorded version. You still get all the same great information, still get the tools. You just don't get that live interaction. But I think it's still very much worthwhile to have that in your business back pocket, so to speak. So, all right. Anything we missed out?
To answer questions on those. As I say, we'll still be here to answer questions for them too. We're not just going to leave them out there high and dry. You go through that. Have questions? Yeah, we can be part of it because you'll still get in the group. You'll still have the access to that. The only thing you're missing out on was the live interaction from it. The rest of it there still be available. And I would say a good half the people that took it, the first one changed the way they did business, because they were realizing that they weren't including a lot of things in what they should have been in their overhead, and it changed the way they did their business, and they started seeing making money. So I think it was a win-win there. Second one with the pricing, that's where another 25% were like, I didn't realize to do it that way. And I don't think we heard from one person that did not take something away from at least one of the 5. So I thought I'll toot our own horn. I thought we hit it out of the park. So
well,
there's that.
And thank you very much, Jennifer. She's helping us toot the horn there a little bit, and we appreciate that. So she said it was amazing. Travis, where the heck are you that it's 94? I'm sure I can get a pretty cheap flight. So anyhow. All right, guys. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much for your time today. And Tuesdays with Todd, 6 o'clock tomorrow night, right, Todd? Or you're going to figure that out. It may be a little bit different.
Maybe.
So stay tuned.
It might be in the afternoon. We might do this. Yeah, we just might make it an extended version. We might This might be a Tuesday with Todd tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk and see what your schedule looks like, and we'll maybe we'll do a little mid-afternoon thing, so that way everybody can still be at home and dinner with the family, and it'll give you a break from the kids and go from there.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Perfect. All right. Thank you, sir. We will talk to you guys coming up tomorrow.
See ya.